hello, this is Pigsy doing another video. There's a few things I was thinking. I guess it falls into the magic lore and maybe possibly of the universe. So, because often we think of the forces of light, the forces of dark, or shadow realms, and is there more complicated levels to it? And there is, and I guess it's from some Hinduism connection. I think it's a spiritual connection, really. Because there's Kali-shen Ma. Oh, bit of a mixture of what he's doing now. Wait. So the knowledge is that from the void there is a force of oblivion and chaos, and they are kind of opposites to each other. One would seek to deconstruct something, while chaos can resurrect something that does no longer exist, and it can also corrupt what already does exist. Because I guess oblivion feeds into creation, because first you must destroy something in order to rebuild it, and while chaos can directly distort that, so when you edit things, manipulate things, alter things, but then there's forces of light, and there's a kind of what could be said the negative side of the light, which is more of a purity side, and that would be basically you've got the order and creation. So the order makes sure everything stays to its more purer form in some way. It considers refinement, and creation takes something from the past, possibly innovates it into a new creation. So it represents the growth, while the other one projects a narrative of formulation. Everything needs a stable structure in order to exist. That's the forces of light, the order of light. So a lot of it could be put into a book. I mean, you can see simple things why the mindset of order, and sometimes people follow these as codes. So why I'm more into chaos and creation. I do what I will unto myself. I create from opportunity, and I learn from chaos. Chaos has opportunities for creation. It's just the opposite end of the spectrum. And I guess in magic lore, if you can use these, because people talk about law of attraction, but there's a bit more in that you're reaching out to connect with something. But if you're connecting something that is destined to merge with oblivion, then it may be short-lived, or it could be a force of chaos that possibly couldn't last. Like, I don't know, resurrection of from dead. If somebody should have died, you resurrect them through chaos. I don't know, maybe you put cybernetics in them, make something else, just sort of merge in different magic forms then. And then there's the elements within that. But for whatever you find on one side, there's got to be in the other. That's why when I was looking at the idea of what's in the void, what is darkness, what is light, you know, so I thought, well, how do we divide the darkness? Well, there's this like death or destruction side, but there's also another side. It's a bit like the devil and Lucifer, so one's a fallen angel. So one is a corrupted creation, but then you've got nature, which is somewhere between chaos and creation, and it has it's able to overcome obstacles through adversity that might be created by order or through death. It might find a way to overcome these barriers. So there's kind of this intelligent network system that's universal that would express itself in different forms. So there's a philosophical element here, as well as sort of spiritual, metaphysical, and sort of so for me, a bit like I've come across recently things. I've talked about crystal, I've talked about shadow as elements and stuff. I've come across games that have incorporated different elements, and some of them are like that, or the psychic energy, that means the element of psychic energy. It's like, okay, how does that work? It's like consciousness, I guess, wired in there. So it's trying to unravel a deeper metaphysical puzzle. But yeah, I think Kali-shen Ma has a existence that connects, and that kind of represents is like Kali from the Hindu, and plus the demon slayer, which means she slays oblivion, so she's a part of the chaos, order of chaos, and also the nature as well, that sort of this overcoming the divine feminine of creation in there as well. She will also generate chaos to protect her creations, and so that's another of despair, because she dispatched demons. But I think, according to the Hindu Brahma law, there was it was basically the order of light, I guess, to sort of sum it up, was overrun by demons. So oblivion had sort of taken over, and it was just like creation and death cycle, I guess. And so from this sadness, you know, things existing but no more, you know, absolute devoid of existence, came across these other forms. I mean, it could be like a matrix. You create a matrix and there's something wrong. It's like, well, that's sad. Everything's the same in the order, never changes, and they simply exist to die. And this thing destroys them so they can be recreated just the same. Or maybe chaos has started influencing oblivion, and something was created with the emergence of the chaos and the creation. And so they created certain paradoxes of each other, basically. You know, like looking into a mirror, you see it reflects a slightly different version of yourself, and this version of yourself could be corrupted in some way, because or it could be your true form, and the external existence of yourself is the actual represents something that's being sort of altered or corrupted by nature, or the order of light has forced things into a certain form. It's a bit like I exist as a kind of larger entity, but in order to exist within this matrix, I have to form into a certain avatar. I can't exist as something completely random. So there's sorts of elements of the existence of our life or ourselves. What do we represent, and the deeper metaphysical relationships of that. What else have I learned today? I've also learned the signs of death. So if someone, I mean, even for myself, if you start feeling breathless and you can't really get your energy levels up, tiredness, breathless, maybe issues with circulation as well, heartbeat, arrhythmia, all these sorts of things. But one of these key factors is that I come across is people that have suffered from sort of breathless nature. So go to this place. Onwards and upwards. Right, anyway, this is Pigsy sign off from I don't know, the order of things within the universe, I guess. And I will speak to you soon. Alright, bye.